What's up, ladies and gentlemen on YouTube? Welcome back to another episode of my Warhammer Total War playthrough. And I'll tell you what, we've come a long way since the old days when our own Duchy of Reichland was under turmoil. And we have proven ourselves to the rest of the Empire. And we now lead the Empire even beyond the old traditional borders. No, but seriously, this is sick. Taking provinces out here is going to make us so influential. We're making almost 4k per turn. And yeah, if I remember correctly, we just whooped some chaos booty. I think we just whooped some chaos booty, and if we weren't struggling with public order so badly, I would be pushing up our frontier even more. Let me look. I want to be garrisoning some troops in Kislev before we end our turn.
It is time. The instrument of Sigmar's will.
And I think it can't be that much longer before this modifier of
The Empire.
the event of confederating a nation goes away. It can't be too much longer. Now, how many agents do we have? Yeah, one thing we can do is actually deploy our agent for growth. It's a significant amount of growth, and these provinces need it. So I'll be trying to do that. We're quite lacking on the agents. I'm trying to focus on the kind of economy more than anything right now. This dwarven faction appears to be pretty strong. I mean, geographically. This guy appears to be really weak. Really weak. But can we... I'm trying to look at anybody we have trade available with. Sweet. I think nowadays people appreciate our trade. They want trade agreements, more likely to have trade agreements, because the amount of tradable resources that we have is so much more valuable, if that makes sense. Okay, this guy likes us for our actions against Chaos, even though he's not at war with him, as far as I can tell. So apparently, everybody hates Chaos. It's good to know, but let's get this game continuing on and hopefully achieve some stuff. I forgot to take him out of March stance, didn't I? I intended to, at least he automatically went to Wutbad. I intended to put him into normal stance and maybe even recruit some troops there, because I think we've got a potential revolt in actually not many turns at all. Nice, Marienburg's still marching his way out east with one stack. And Ulstermark.
It is good to see our allies of the mountains.
Oh, it just occurred to me they're probably going for these colonizable provinces. You know, this dwarven faction could colonize both those mountain provinces, but he hasn't for the longest time. I was just thinking it would be pretty cool to actually have a dwarven ally in the mountains. Especially because he doesn't hate Marienburg. Neither of them hate each other. But he's pretty weak. Screw it. Fine. I'll accept that. Little dwarven friend. That's pretty cool. I'm not even sure that the dwarves even know of that faction, so I don't think they can confederate them. Carry out a successful assassination attempt belonging to the following race undead. Well, yeah, mission aborted. Uh-oh. That's what it said when we faction destroyed the chaos. So I assume they're just coming back in again. Amulet of Sea Gold. Oh. Okay, we lost 2,000. Recruit a battle wizard. We've got a few missions that we can easily do to continue our quest chain, but I always feel like I have other priorities. It did just occur to me that these guys are going to colonize these provinces. It wouldn't surprise me if they are. Fortunately, they're humans who are members of the Empire, and we can just deploy annex them. but it's not exactly what I had intended.
Yes.
I'm wondering if we can make it here.
Sigmar grant
No.
me strength.
Nope.
I am the supreme patriarch.
Oh, don't move too far. Jeez.
I go where the wind
Gotta press enter to make sure that doesn't happen. So yeah, the faction was not destroyed this time. I guess another wave of chaos comes regardless of whether they sort of faction destroyed. They just keep sending more and more. But we're doing a good job. Sorry, forgive me, guys. I'm tired. Not slurring my words a little bit here. We're doing a good job stemming the tide, I would say. I mean, maybe we could be doing better. I don't know, but doing my best. Okay, public order looks better. So the event is gone, has it? Yep. Let's review. -5 in this province. Really? That's a lot. Somebody raiding it? I'm surprised. We're working on a coaching inn, and the buildings are all high level here. Yeah, character's -6, and corruption's not good either. Jeez, man. Somebody's upsetting that. But okay, that's alright. Nice. We stabilized. Nice. That was really close to revolting. Cool. So let's stabilize for some time, and then
to the provinces.
Yep. This is getting increased public order. Let's take Toddbringer out to actually do something useful. Cool. That feels good. So this place is not that happy, but we can actually just move it's our arc lictor. We can just move him to here if it was too bad. And this is actually +52. It's not -52. So that's cool. Kislev is really mad because I left the garrison. I got to keep that in mind. Jeez, man. Let's upgrade this and then go for a tap room, I think, in the capital.
I am ready.
-7. That's not good.
It is for the best. I command here.
The corruption is really bad there. Oh, that's too expensive to colonize. Okay, I wonder, can we make some money? No, pretty much no.
To battle.
So I did plan to colonize that province, but we lost 2,000 from an event, so that was very appropriately annoying.
Make haste, men.
We are suffering attrition in this region.
I am France.
Just get back. I shouldn't have moved out there. That was a mistake. Yeah, I could cancel building that to colonize that, but let's actually not do it. I want to stabilize this region. If we're going to do this, why don't I just force march back in here? That's better public order. And I've got a sneaky feeling that this guy's in trouble because of the members of the Empire here, but we didn't achieve much this turn. That's alright. Just have to have some patience. We're making a lot of money each turn, and we're going to have plenty to do, especially if we invest it into economic buildings, which is what I want to do. Snowball more and more and more. So I'm going to try to keep a habit of turning it on fast speed at the end of our turn, but then making sure that it's on normal speed on my turn. Oh, this guy's retreating now. So he didn't do all that much, did he? No, I'm not going to go for the military alliance with the dwarves because they could attack somebody at any stage. And that I've seen them before. I was wondering where they are. There's another faction, guys, in the game, which is a chaos beastmen, which spawned up in the north. And I just saw their flag in the turning phase. So there's an additional... Yeah, he's totally going to colonize this. Oh, he has colonized it. Okay, so be it. So be it. We'll let him colonize.
As is my right by Sigmar's crown.
Let's build a tap room here in Troll Country. First I want to make use of this Lord and his architectural properties, and then move here and do the same thing.
So, moving off.
Trying to get that public order building up and running, or buildings in different areas, because yeah, I don't really want to move out our stacks while they're stabilizing the region.
Waste my potential. Chosen of Sigma. Evil be banished.
We've got a lot of higher tier units. That's exactly what I want to see. Trust me guys, I really intend to build some of the higher tier units, but I'm trying to get a really strong economy up and running. This is what I'm trying to do. I don't know how well it's going to work with chaos on our doorstep, but I think it's working fine so far. And as this increases more and more and more, and as we raid a province or sack a province and get more and more powerful. Oh wow, Avelin keeps... He actually colonized the province, but he lost the province. He's been in like an eternal war with that dwarven faction, I swear, man. It's madness. Ah, these chaos agents, I hate them so much. I can't wait till the days of this chaos scum are behind us. Marienburg's coming over here with a ton of troops. I think now that he's got a province up there, he might be more focused on that region, which is pretty cool. See this faction, guys. The War Herds of Chaos, I think it's called. I don't know where they are, but we have to take them out. Faction destroy those fools. Public order is as happy as it can be in Altdorf. I'm going to build a pottery building there.
So,
yeah, and I'm not going to colonize that province any longer because, or the region, because he's owning the capital of Northern Oblast. We could still go for Eastern Oblast, I'm happy to do that, but let's make sure we're nice and happy in these areas first.
nation calls. Step to it. Praise Sigma. Let us move. Yes, my lord.
And it would be really nice if we could win a
By
battle
Sigma's
out
right.
here,
Attack!
sacking some stuff and supplementing our income. Finally, this entire province has been razed to the ground, and that's looking pretty good. And this guy's suffering. The longship graveyard got hit by Marienburg, so Noska's really suffering big time. I think Kislev's still alive somewhere. Poor guy. I say alive, but he's totally dead. Oh, he's got Doomkeeper up there. I see how it is. So we'll hit this and then go back up north. I think that might be all that he has, which is good.
I will marshal the band.
And we're about to have some cool artillery and some greatswords out here. There's some higher tier units to help us with our auto resolves. This is maxed out, eh? So we're waiting on population here, 4 turns to upgrade Stirland. It's a bit of an issue that we're so close to revolting here. I'm wondering, we can get Empire Captains. Oh, nice, that's a nice trait. I'm not sure what kind of things we have in terms of making sure they're a good rank though, just off the top of my head. Because these guys begin at rank 1. That's not cool, dude. I'm almost certain that we have some kind of bonuses. with like buildings. Let me think. Barracks affects it, right? Yeah, I'll think about that. Actually, in between episodes, I'll make sure that I know, because I don't want to hire rank 1 Empire Captain if possible. But I'm just thinking about deploying an Empire Captain there as they actually affect public order. Is there anything we want to build? I'm so not used to having so many provinces. We're doing a good job building things up. That's fine. I'm happy to accumulate some money. Some of the buildings we actually can't even afford right now, so. Now, the Norska, apparently, they seem to be able to colonize this region, which is, I guess the Norse guys can just colonize human regions now that they're playable. But I don't think it's the opposite is the case, right? Still haven't seen the Chaos Warherds yet. Kislev is finally destroyed. Understandable. Alrighty, let's make sure our architect is in this region. Build up that port. This port goes from 500 to 1k and gives growth, which is cool. And gives tradable resources. I don't know what that is. It's like marble or something. Salt, I imagine. Wow, that's really cool. So we have pottery here, and that's a tradable resource. Love it. That's a really valuable province, apparently. Yes. I never knew. Because of my lack of experience.
I am the supreme patriot.
Okay. I'm trying to think. Probably just some mortar. What do we want to swap out here? Because we're overkilling it a little bit, I think, on the artillery here. I want to do something like that, because this is Balthazar. This his stack should be somewhat orientated with sitting back and murdering people, I would say. I think the Free Company Militia nowadays are not the best units, like in the later game, but they have a lot of rank, these guys, which is pretty cool.
I will marshal the men.
And Toddbringer doesn't really have anything to do.
Pick up the pace.
He gives income to the whole province, and we can make it so that he
Volkmar.
Oh, do we have multiple militiamen? We do, cool. I never realized that was the case. If we gain more followers, we can make Toddbringer a little bit of a governor type guy, considering his trait, and apparently he's useless in combat, which is disappointing. I didn't think that was the case. Speaking of him, actually, let's get rid of his horse, keep him on foot. I think a regular lord is actually bad on a horse, because they become large and therefore weak to any kind of spearman or halberdier unit, or any unit that is strong against large.
Now, fight for our nation.
I'm going to take it slow here.
Empire's blessing.
Keep replenishing. Yes. And yeah, I'm eager to see what happens with the chaos, especially if our allies come up here to, you know, move all their troops out here. If our allies would just, like, self-autonomously smash chaos, that would be sweet. They certainly have, I mean, 3 stacks up there. Almost 4 on the way. That's pretty crazy. Marienburg is such a badass, and he's focusing so much of his sort of efforts up there. He's such a huge faction. I definitely want to be, you know, integrating him at some point. Oh man, you know what? I changed my mind, guys. I changed my mind. It just occurred to me that what better use of an Empire Captain than make sure that this province is happy. In fact, let's even get this one. Income from all buildings in our local region, 5%.
The Empire!
This low-level guy is basically going to be our, look at that, +2 public order local province. He's basically going to be our go-to dedicated province, sort out the corruption and order guy. Yeah, he can have some campaign movement range. So I can't move with him apparently this turn, but next turn I will deploy him because deploying one of them gives public order bonus. I was just thinking because these regions are definitely somewhat stable. Like if we move this guy around, so it's only Stirland who's really unstable. And the sooner we sort that out, the sooner we can confederate another faction. Which would just be sick, right? So let's bloody sort it out. I don't care that he's rank 1, he can still do the job. We just won't use him in combat. We've got a tremendous amount of slots available. So here, yeah, we should be doing a tap room. I think. Well, what are we going to build here? There's no resources here. I could ultimately do a tap room there that can only be ranked up to 2. That might be the smarter move. What is the strategic location here? I think a strategic location usually means a unique building can be built here. But it just looks like the ordinary stuff. I think Weaving House might be the way to go. I'm too noob at this game, guys. Maybe it means the walls can be built. The walls can't be built in every region for some reason. It's weird. But I don't know. Public order is looking really good in this province as long as we are deployed, which is good to see. And I'm hoping now that we've stepped up that we can hit this town and still have the movement to encamp. If I want to be sacking this province. This is our looter, Reich Marshal Marcus, Despiser of Chaos. Oh, he's called the Despiser of Chaos. Yeah, that's nothing. Raise it to the ground. 1,200 at this stage is nothing to us. Deadly Onslaught. This is an ability where we can up his charge and armor piercing damage. Sweet. So Chaos, I don't know what Chaos is up to, but they're a little bit of a no-show, which is interesting. Oh wow, the Greenskins are getting wrecked. Cool, so the Dwarfs seem to have outshined the Greenskins big time. That can go either way from my limited experience, but I'll tell you what, the Dwarves are much more capable or comfortable, perhaps, being, you know, chilling. The Greenskins are so much more warlike from my experience. So if they come up and take over this whole mountain range, it is not ideal, because it definitely means you're more likely having to defend against them. Where the Dwarfs, as long as you don't piss them off in particular by doing something stupid, much less warlike.
Well, that is all I ever want.
Military alliance? Sorry, dude. Not interested. I will confederate you, though. I will literally confederate you very soon. Looking forward to it. Hell's Fire Tribes coming along with us. Take the blasted guy. If we're not careful, he's going to... negative relations with Aveland. We should manage just fine. He's going to colonize if we're not careful. I don't intend on that happening. Alrighty, on this Empire Captain, he is pretty well balanced. Let's give him more attack though. He doesn't have that much stuff with attack. I think with the agents there, you can actually just max out their, like everything, I think. Uh-oh. That's pretty scary to me, these higher tier units. How far can he move? He can almost catch us. Let's just retreat a little bit. Heal up a little bit. This turn. We don't have walls here. We don't have walls in either province. I wonder if the Chaos would be in these mountains. I kind of want to go down here, and build it up to rank 3
Moving off.
so that we can get that
Yes,
guardhouse building, the walls up as soon as possible. Let's go upgrade our pottery in Reichland. I want to deploy this agent, which does 5 public order. That's better. -9 a turn, actually having an effect there, thanks to his presence. So let's keep in mind he does 7. He does a total of 7 with the entertainer. So, yeah, it will be modified by 8 from the event. So I think technically that should be stable if we confederate. Now, no, Ostmark lost Eastern Sylvania to who? Greenskins? I was going to confederate him. Who burned that down? Uh-oh. That's actually... I want to... Damn it. I want to be able to see who's there. What's the best solution to scouting this? Damn it, I wanted to confederate him because he had both provinces. We just add them both.
Come then.
Marienburg's too strong to confederate. He doesn't feel threatened enough. So the other option is Aveland. Aveland is too spread out though. I mean, I could colonize literally everything that he's not got colonized to flesh him out. That's interesting, actually. Maybe it is time.
Greetings. We may not be the Empire.
He likes our actions against chaos, etc., but we haven't done much against them, much executing. I'm thinking if we confederate Aveland, we've got a non-aggression here, but our relations are deteriorating. I'd rather not have to fight something in the south. Alright, that's alright. Hopefully Ulstermark recovers. I don't think we actually need to confederate anything this turn, but I did plan to. I did plan to confederate Ulstermark, and right when we finally did, he lost somehow. I'm nervous that the chaos are down in there, but I don't think they would be. Maybe the war herds of chaos? Or maybe... No, it can't be a vampiric rebellion from vampiric corruption. I mean, it was held for so long. It's unfortunate, though, that it was burnt to the ground, because when we confederate, it's going to be a low level. That's upsetting. That region had been left for so long, I was hoping that it would be valuable when we confederate it. And he's not at war with any Dwarven faction there, so the Greenskins don't have much of an army. I'm just really surprised. I wonder how that died. What we can do, not really. I was going to say we can move this guy around, but I think if you undeploy him, you can't deploy him again until the next turn. Let's get agitated on him. Nice. So what's his name? Eckhard von Gorst. Let's try to remember that just to make my life easy. Eckhard is our main man at public order. He's our main agent, whereas Marius is our main lord. Speaking of which, I want Volkmar the Grim actually to be the Archlector, just because I think it's cooler. So I'm going to switch them around. Marius is a domestic guy, he's a governor. He's just going to be our treasurer. And Volkmar will be our Archlector forever. I think this is actually how we're going to be forever. Lol. Todbringer is such a dud. But he can be our... He's just for show, because I like him. Like, he's a unique character model. Kind of like a legendary lord. I actually thought he was good, though, like a legendary lord, but I'm a noob. Now, this guy's got an ambush here.
To strengthen the Empire.
I really want to go take Norska out, but I don't want to walk into their ambush, so I think the play is going to be to just encamp, and he can come to us. I'll feel... Well, hang on. What if he just, like, kicks my ass? This game... Can I go around that way? It looks like we can go around that way. let's head over this way. I will encamp.
On march.
Oh, I almost went over our
Sigma's
movement.
right.
But let's go as far in that direction as we can.
Praise Sigma. We march.
Okay, there's a Chaos stack. Marienburg? Can we communicate while at war? Yes, we can. Sweet. I'm going to try to ask Marienburg to go in and deal with the Chaos. That would be cool. The other thing is, if we can confederate Marienburg at some stage, I could just quickly colonize that, and we have that region as well. So I'll consider that. He needs to be more threatened, though. He's so damn powerful right now.
The nation calls.
Alrighty, let's build stuff up here. Get some walls up there, and then I'll be much more comfortable leaving it. Nice, wood bag can be upgraded. Cool. Feels good. I'm not sure if it's entertaining, guys. We haven't really done anything this episode. But it's entertaining for me. I like this game. Building up our empire is fun for me. So I hope that it is for those of you who have stuck around and enjoy watching this. Obviously, oh, there's Winter Tooth.
From Sigma.
I do plan, you know what, guys, I don't think he's going to start a war because he's fighting other wars. This is our first military alliance. I'm actually going to accept it for Marienburg. Marienburg is extremely strong, and that's going to improve our relations and help us get that cheeky, what is it called, Confederation with him. So, I mean, the higher relations you have, the better you can, at least I think, confederate with nations. So, can he reach me? Nope, can't reach me. I'm glad he's not harassing the hell out of me with his agents. The Doom Tide. Oh my goodness, dude. Another wave rolls forth. So it does. It just keeps coming.
The provinces.
I never knew. I never realized.
Very well.
It's irrelevant of whether you actually faction destroy them or not. They just come in waves. Well, now I know. So it's probably pretty important. Ooh, what happened with Marienburg, though, I wonder? Did he kill his face? Is the faction leader there? I don't think so. Guys, I think Marienburg smashed him. He's so weak. That's hilarious. I think Marienburg killed all those guys that were there. This is not cool, though. We should try to take him out. So, are you feeling threatened, Marienburg? He definitely doesn't want to confederate. It did bump up in our way. Like, the power comparison, he's definitely fighting. There's no doubt about that. I can see on the map here that Ostermark still has not recolonized that region. This is a strategic location as well, but why? Oh. That. I didn't know actually non-capital regions could be strategic locations. This is Knight's Panther Carpenter House. Chapter House, you noob. +4 public order. Experience for Empire Knights, Rights Guard. Oh, sweet. Demigriffs. Provides garrison of 3 Empire Knights. Dude. Cool. So in this region, Demigriffs have experience. God dang it, I've got to reorientate stuff. I can just destroy this. We're going to switch the artillery out for another building. That's okay. I want to be hiring Demigriffs here, man, to get that sweet, sweet experience. Again, just to reiterate, like, I'm not saying I'm doing the best thing ever. If anybody thinks you could be doing something better, like, that might be the case. I apologize. Dude, I kind of want a guardhouse here, but you know what? Screw it. It's in the middle of our empire. One of our regions doesn't need a bloody guardhouse. I was going to say I'll demolish this and make a guardhouse here instead, but screw it for now at least. Yeah, what I'm trying to do is create our predicted income more and more and more and more, just higher and higher and higher until we're like ridiculously wealthy. and then just start pumping out the higher tier units. Chaos is weak, man. They're weak. They're getting owned. So I'm not too worried about that. And is this public order here good if we leave? I think it is by now. Sweet. Let's go with the Emperor and
Summon the Elector Counts.
meet up. Actually do something for once. Let's go take out... Well, why don't we head towards that guy? I want to enter raiding stance, but I can't raid my own territory. That's retarded. So, let's just walk up to our border. Yep. And let's go back into the north and kill some dudes. It's been 125 turns. That's pretty cool. Very friendly with that Dwarven faction, but I think he's literally like the weakest Dwarven faction.
Greetings.
And we're making 8,300 a turn in predicted income. That's actually pretty much doubled since we started this episode. So my plan is coming to fruition. I just want to be an absolute economic powerhouse. Holy balls. I think maybe he just retreated, but I think Marienburg just got wrecked by that Wintertooth character, which was not part of the plan. I only changed the plan and started going north because I thought Marienburg had this on lockdown, but we're about to find out. Good news, of course, is that if he's doing badly, if he loses his units and feels vulnerable, he will confederate. I mean, he's still got a lot. No, he lost. The Wintertooth lost. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Is that the faction leader? It is. Okay, that faction sucks as well. I think Marienburg is just, like, ruffle stomping everybody, guys. He's definitely taking losses. Oh, the dream! He will confederate. I think now is our chance to do it. We should just do it. We're economically sound. I can... Can I reach that? I think I can reach that. Now is our chance to do it. If I don't do it now while he's threatened, he might build up more and more and more and then just be like, screw you, I don't want to confederate. Which is not my ideal situation. So, let's go ahead and colonize this region.
Yes, to unite the provinces.
And the dream. At least we did something this episode to end it.
It is good to see fellow sons of the Empire this day.
So it's high, eh? That's something I never thought of, actually. What if we demanded... Oh, look at that. Because he wants Confederate, you can demand money. Considering he's not going to exist. That's something that I never realized. Well, we can take, like... some money, I saw. 4,300. I should have done that on the others, but there we go. Cool. Wow, we're only losing 2k. I mean, that says a lot, dude. Because, of course, we inherited so much of his wealth. Province secured. The wastelands, the Forest of Arden. Dude, inheriting provinces out here that are supposed to be owned by Frenchies is pretty cool, and the Bretonians. Awesome. We really have to optimize some of these buildings, I'm sure. But that's really cool. I love it. Awesome. The Empire. That is so cool, guys. We're massive. There's only 2 other Empire factions remaining. Empire provinces. And we are looking absolutely massive. We have to do host feast stag everywhere. Oh, I got some achievements there as well. So we may... Nice, he built a tap room. I love it. We may begin to encounter some kind of issues. Like, if not economic issues, stability issues. Stirland is still gaining public order, which is good to see, thanks to having our man deployed there. So this was going to be a stables. We're going down that path, and here I was going for this building, which costs 5k. Maybe I should put it off. It does public order though. It's pretty good. Of course, we inherited this, dude, Nordler. We inherited so much from Marienburg. It's crazy. I love it. These buildings are just dumb, though. I need walls. Yep, port is fine. So I'm going to go walls and I'll build a tap room here. We don't need Wizard Enclave. So walls and weaving house or something. Oh, there's a lot to do. Salt works, blacksmith. That's pretty well optimized, but you know what? We don't need a recruit from here. Let's get rid of both of those. Wizards we don't need. Does that do capacity though? It doesn't do capacity of like the Lumark, does it? You only need one Luminarch, whatever it's called. I don't think so. No, it unlocks it, yeah. You just need one. So I don't regret destroying the stuff. Let's go for a tap room here. Like we don't need stables here. Especially if we don't have an armory. And dyes. Got a dye thing. Gonna destroy that as well. Just go for economic buildings. There's so much to do. Wizards, no. Stables, no. Shrine, no. What's that? Holy crap! This is the Bretonnian capital building, like a unique strategic building. Increased experience for cavalry units. On all characters, holy balls! That's sick, I love it. 1,000 income and 10 public order, I love it. That's so cool. That's so cool. Alrighty. Pretty much every capital has a wizards thing in it because it increases the amount, the capacity. So that's something I'll consider in the future. Maybe we should... the carpenter's thing is available because of wood, of course. I think that's pretty lame, though. I wonder if it does halberdiers. I don't think it does. So we're getting rid of pretty much everything there. Gonna rework the stuff. I'm gonna be ending the episode here, guys, but let's quickly have a look at the units that we inherited. A rank 12, he's got some rare items. Now this is a Arc Lector Lord, which I often don't get at all. He's got a lot of good traits, some good equipment. We might keep that guy around. But I'm going to be actually optimizing a lot of the stuff next episode. A lot of these guys they're definitely not a joke, dude. Their experience is pretty good. It'll be interesting to see. Yeah, dude, a lot of traits. Yeah, dude, these guys are good. I wonder where he spent the experience, though. See, I don't like that. They go for buffing units. I actually don't like that very much. Damn it, this guy's a little bit of a dud. You know, if he has the trait of fighter and he's not even that much of a fighter, I'm not that keen on him. Similar situation with this guy, unfortunately. But that's all good. This one is rank 1. There's no way in hell I want to keep him. Alrighty, I should be moving back into our own territory at the very least with the rest of their movement to stay next to each other and replenish. But I'm going to be sorting some of this out. We did inherit a lot of our higher tier units. Even if we lose 2k, guys, it's not the end of the world. I want to delete a lot of these guys, but the issue is I don't want them... We might as well kind of use them as cannon fodder if these guys walk close. Like, I might as well use them to defend. Do you see what I'm saying? So that's just my thought process right now. I'm not going to delete them. But let's keep looking at who else. Did we inherit anybody else from him? We don't get the agents.
This will bolster the nation.
Oh, our movement might have been blocked or something because we're pretty slow here. How good are our odds? Look at that. We can just smash him. Get out of my face. This guy just keeps walking at me. Get wrecked. Winning battles like that gives you some cash.
It is time.
So before this episode drags on too long, guys, I'm going to be ending it. The last thing that I want to do is check you. Okay, he's rank 2. He's garbage. He's got some units though.
Praise be to Sigmar.
And I think that might be it. Funnily enough, this Arc Lector we might keep him. Just because these units... We don't need that.
Servant of the
You know what? They don't have experience. That's okay. Let's get rid of this guy. He doesn't have any equipment. Alrighty, so a little bit disappointing with what we inherited, but that's all good. I'm wondering about how stable we're going to be if we quickly switch out to some tap rooms. This is without the feast stag bonuses everywhere, but that's pretty cool. Look at that. Economy's doing fine, and it's going to do a lot better, guys, when we switch things around. So this is going to revolt in 2 turns, but the plan is to do that.
Now,
Kind of swap things around, etc. Loving it. I'm loving it. I hope you guys are too. At least we achieved something this episode, and I'll see you next time.